We have all leaders on here tonight. I'm Annabelle Ola, Tara Bacharis here, Debbie Ford, and Bernadette O'Donnell. So all the leaders, and Aaron Coleman might be hopping on. So happy to see you all. I see somebody
Lindsay.
else on the call too.
Lindsay.
Pink.
Lindsay.
Oh, is she pink?
I don't know why. That's a nickname of mine. I don't know why it has.
Oh, and then we have another awesome leader, Lindsay. So how are you, Lindsay?
Good.
That's my favorite color, by the way. So 3 goals. We're going to start with that. I want you all to think of 3 goals and start by writing it down. We're going to all take a minute to do that. And what is your why? So remember what your why was initially going into this. Maybe it's changed, but 3 goals you have for yourself at this moment in time. Personally and with doTERRA, it can be multiple things. Find a pen and paper or sticky notes. I want you to kind of reflect on this for the next month or so, and let it marinate. You can take your time, but if you're done, feel free to share because it's inspirational to others. And I'm happy to share mine while you guys are writing. So my why has always been, still is, to help others with their health and their healing. It's definitely a passion of mine, and it lights me up when someone feels better or there's a success story from something we have suggested or something doTERRA has product-wise. I think that's why the studies are so rewarding right now. I put 3 to be, 1 to be free financially and hopes, wishes, and dreams. To empower myself, others, and expand into my destiny. And to be me and to be abundant. So another thing that I want you guys to do, which I'll talk about in a minute after the phone call, is to make your tree and just make it so it's like endlessly going down. Like it just doesn't stop. Even if it's not what's happening right now, it's that you're kind of making, it's kind of like a vision board for your tree. So anyone else want to share? And you don't have to, but feel free.
Sure, I'll share. Let me preface this a little bit because sometimes I look for people and that I want to emulate, right? So lately this year, I've had 3 people that I want to emulate. It's Cleopatra, Joan of Arc, and Jesus. So I want to increase more beauty around me and in me. And I want to, I guess Joan of Arc is always, you know, the go get it done, you know, kind of person. But with that too, it's being a good leader and how do I say my words? So I'm trying to just increase, how do I question things and how do I look at people to help them find out their potential, right? And then the third thing is just to improve on love. And then as far as doTERRA goals, I'm just working on my 5th and 6th leg to go elite and then go silver. The second thing is I will love a new kitchen. And then the third thing is, let's see, I'd like to have a boyfriend too.
Yay! I love
Oh
that.
my God, Bernadette, that's great.
I should have put boyfriend on mine.
Oh, you stop,
I'm
young
just
lady.
kidding. Okay, does anyone else want to share? That was awesome, Bernadette.
I'll just share something. I didn't write anything down. It just is in my head. I really do love doTERRA. I love how it makes me feel. I know it makes other people happy. And I just want to be more confident in my ability to share with everybody. I need to really work on that because I totally believe in it. I mean, everybody in the family uses it. I mean, I think it's a great product. So that's my thought.
I've already feel like you've already come like so much further with your confidence, and even just in that call last week.
Oh, no, that call was not good.
No, it was good. I think it builds up. And I was just gonna say, like, Debbie, knowing you, and I think the products have a lot to do with it. And I think that's the whole thing. I think that's what I think the main thing is. Once you use them and get a hold of it and understand how these products work and you understand yourself, like that's how we grow. And it just happens naturally, like with sharing and building. And I think that's just how it is.
Yeah, that took time for all of us. So
It does take time.
That's a great goal for everybody, truly.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Do
are too kind.
do you have a why, Debbie?
Do I have a why?
Mhm.
Oh, a why would be because I want to be financially independent. I mean, that's my big thing. You know that, Annabelle. I don't think that that's the end of it. I love it. I mean, I love it. I think about if it weren't in my life, I think I would feel so much differently. I do feel so much differently because it is in my life, and that's what I want to focus on. And that's what I want to bring to other people.
That's awesome.
I just want to also be able to talk without sounding hokey, if you know what I mean, to other people and be able to just share. That's it. Like
Right.
you said, Annabelle, just, bring happiness.
That's awesome. Perfect. Well said.
Yeah, I love that.
Thank you. Does anyone else want to share?
I'll say my why is really just to continue to help others. And I feel so happy, like Annabelle said, like in my heart, like it's just excited when I get the positive, like feedback from, people using the products. So that just makes me feel like so good inside. And, honestly, I just want to like be more like financially free and not having to like, my husband is always trying to find another, other things to do. Like he's getting tired in his job and I'm getting stressed in my job and just trying to do this. Like whenever like today I taught a class for Rebecca and it was just like, whenever I teach a class, I always come out of that class feeling so good and so like excited. And, Lindsay, you were on, like those ladies were so cute and just like from UK, they were just, I don't know, something about them and the way they were sharing and talking, it just was really, I just felt the warmth and the love.
Right.
Okay. I don't know if I thought my internet went out. So I don't know, that's really my why. I just get that inspiration every time I talk about it or do it. And just some of the goals are just focusing on, building my current leaders, building my team, bringing more of that community kind of thing. And yeah, that's it for now.
It's awesome. Love that. Lindsay, you feel like sharing?
Sure.
Pink?
Yeah. So two of mine are related to money. I would really love to replace my income, and then so that way I can stop a lot of what I'm doing, like, and focus more on doTERRA and then build it to become financially free, which is my second one. And then for my business on a whole, I would like to transition, like, if I could transition 80% of my business online and focus on nutrition coaching and doTERRA, I think I would really like that. I like training and I like teaching yoga, but I don't know if it's just because I'm doing so much more of it right now. I'm feeling burnt out, and I just can imagine, 10, 15 years from now, I don't want to reach the point that I'm completely burnt out and that I hate it.
Right.
So I want to try to transition everything to make it a little bit easier on myself. And
Hello, friend. Say hi.
Wow, he's cute.
I like how you said that, and you can think of it the way I do, because I have the same kind of goal, but a platform of those people are your network. They're your helping, your stepping stone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I kind of.
Oh, he's adorable. Sorry.
He's so cute.
What's his name?
Barry
Barry.
Sanders.
Barry Sanders.
Because
Not Barry Manilow.
it could be any of those Barrys, but people ask me, they think it's like Barry
I'm showing my age.
or the fruit, and I'm like, no, it's like Barry White. But then, like, I find myself, I don't have a problem coming up with, here he comes. Okay. Go sit down. Sorry. So I can come up with my whys pretty easily, but then I feel like I get stuck in, how am I going to do this? That for me seems a little bit harder. And I know that's, takes longer to create that, but I find myself stuck there sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like how is the sharing and how is the samples, which is one of the things we're going to go over tonight. And maybe that'll fuel you a little bit more. And I pulled everybody's cards, so maybe the how will come up in that, because I'll do yours too.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else on that? Before I didn't mean to interrupt you. No.
I just wanted to say, Lindsay, sorry. You did such a great job last week on the call.
Oh, thank you.
And teaching, seriously. So I think you were kind of born to do this. You were very, very, you come across as a real authority.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That way, but thank you.
I like that you're pulling your card already, Debbie.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I thought all of you put your own little twist to it. I mean, Stephanie and you, I loved your little twists that you put into it. Instead of just reading from the script, it was just really good. I agree with Debbie.
Thank you, Tara. Thank you.
Awesome. If you guys are up for that, we're hoping to do that once a month at least.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll keep the three of you so you start to get a vibe on doing it with each other.
I think I would like to do that. I would like to get better at it. So I think it would be really helpful for me to do that, because I want to be able to, I read from the book quite a bit, and I want to be able to not depend on it and be able to just watch the slides, because I found myself looking at my book and then looking at the slides and then realizing I was totally off. So I was.
Yeah, it almost throws me off when I look at the script. Yeah, me too. I'm the same way.
I found, Lindsay, that as we've, I know you and I have done it together a bunch, and then I feel like the more you do it, you just it gets to, it gets to it. It's something about practicing with people and getting it out there. It just helps you remember it more. Like today for the class, I did have my notes and I did refer to it, but I was kind of when you're on, then you just kind of remember things and your memory starts going. So.
But you, Annabelle, and Erin are just so natural at it. And I see the difference since it first, from when it started till now.
It's
And
practice.
I think Lindsay is, I think she's, like I said, a natural. So, but I would like to too be more comfortable, you know, as I said earlier, to
It
just be able
takes
to talk
time.
about it.
Yeah, I didn't. I was not comfortable at the beginning, and then now it just feels like second nature, which thank God, because that's a little bit something to overcome,
Mm-hmm.
but it will, and I
Yeah.
already see that in all of you, so I'm not concerned about that at all. That's why we asked you guys to be the first presenters. So yeah. So Lindsay, I actually picked 2 for you, and I texted them to you because they're a little bit to read, but I actually picked 2. One, I choose to have fun, which can be talking about having fun with the business and it being natural, which fits. And I allow my gifts to shine forth, which is kind of what you were saying anyway. So those were super fitting. I'm just going to run us through some of the goals that we had, and then Tara's going to go over some things so we don't have you guys on too long, and then we'll do some affirmations at the end. So the goals we want for you, and you can have your own goals separately from this if you want to, but 5 to 10 people a month we want you to find. This is the goal for all team leaders if you're watching the recording. 5 to 10 people a month, you're going to sample them and hopefully put them in the study, but sample them regardless. Follow up with them. And then you're also going to watch the Elise scripts so you can kind of get a little bit of practice of some nice things to be able to say. We can get you a link of that if you don't know what I'm talking about. Elise Shedevy is someone that we've learned from with the 3 Cool Things presentations. And then we want you to invite them to the Wednesdays and or Saturday calls. So that's the goals we have in mind for you, if you wouldn't mind writing those down. So invite 5 to 10 people a month, sample them, follow up with them, check out the Elise scripts, and invite them to our calls, because if they're not watching some of these calls, they're not getting the education, and that's what we're doing this for. So Tara is going to go over some resources for you and some other great ideas to help you out.
Yeah, so Annabelle, I think I'm not the host, so I can't share my screen.
Oh, let me change that. How do I do that? Remind me how I do that, Tara.
Oh, click over my name, I think, and then just go to the more maybe, or like hover over my name.
Make host. Got it.
Okay, so we just wanted to go over a few things, like some resources that I do think people, I mean, we might forget. I know we talk about this kind of stuff. So can you guys see my screen, the Prosper Code?
Yes. Yes.
So this is, theprospercode.com, and there's so much great information here. I just wanted to point out. So you can look at product information, trainings. The back to basics is what Annabelle was talking about earlier. But if you just, right at the front page, if you just click Launch Your Business Now, it takes you to another page where it's all about the business training, the Elise Shedevy that Annabelle is also talking to. So you can do these trainings. I think it was a couple months ago, Rebecca and her team did like a 5-day online recording of the whole Elise Shedevy, which I did go back and look at all of them, and they're very, very informative. So any builders listening, I do recommend like watching these videos. So, starting off day 1, day 2, day 1 talks about preparing and inviting, presenting and enrolling. And then it kind of goes into each of the different topics. So day 3, day 4, I'd recommend going and looking at that when you have a chance, all these videos. But what I love is there's different boxes here at the bottom where you can, it's segmented into listening. So you have your daily mentor calls 1 through 16 plus 40. So you want to listen to all of these calls plus number 40 first, and then you want to, so if you click on listen to call now 1, or listen now to call 1, it will go through the entire through 16 and then 40, and then it will bring you to the next box. So the order I think is really nice because it goes through, it's not the exact order that Elise does it, but it's a nice order because in the beginning you're going to want to make your names list, learn how to sample, have all the scripts in front of you, and then learn how to go elite in 6 weeks. I think in the beginning, it's really important to just, you know, have that down. So, because once you get to elite, that's like the foundation of building your business. And then you're trying to build your builders and your team with you to elite, because that's how you grow. So I think starting here is so nice. And these calls, I think, are only, you know, 5 to 10 minutes long. I just would usually listen to it after I get, you know, my kids to bed, and I'm like, I've got my time, and I just would listen to a video every night, or, you know, a few calls here and there. But these are really great resources for this. And you can just
to add to that, Tara, real quick. That was perfectly said. Even if you're getting ready in the morning or in your car and you've already heard these, it's okay to re-listen. It's only going to reinforce, and that's what gets us comfortable.
Yes. Yeah. So I just wanted to, you know, mention this because I think sometimes we might forget about the Prosper Code. But there's so many great resources here for building the business and just learning more about, you know, doTERRA products, or, you know, how to build your business. And then what else did I want to talk about? I think that was it, right, Annabelle?
Memory jogger?
Oh yeah, the memory jogger. So it's, you know, I've had a lot of people that are, have not, you know, just kind of stuck on who they can contact. And I'm going to pull it up right now. But there's a doTERRA memory jogger that really could help just kind of jog your memory of like who you can talk to. So I'm going to pull this up here on my screen. But if you're in a place where you're like, okay, well, who can I contact now? Like, I've gone through my names list, you know, maybe you can go back to the people that you've already enrolled and maybe ask them for referrals. I did that for the study this month, and I've gotten referrals from them that signed up for the new study for July, that just signed up last study. So, I mean, that's a great way to do it too. This is loading.
Tara, can you post these two things to the Dominators page? Not only the Prosper resource, but this as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you see the screen that's loading, or is it not?
Yeah, I see it. It just looks like it's working. I can always talk while it's taking its time. But yeah, that memory jogger is really helpful, because we start going, I don't know anybody else. And then once we have that mindset, that's not a good place to be, because then you're just blocking yourself from, hey, I went to the nail salon, I just met 2 people, you know, anything. I mean, not everyone's doing their nails right now, but, you know, these are the things that we're talking about. There it is.
Yeah. Or today in our class, one of the ladies was at a barbecue, and one of the gentlemen or whoever was there was like, oh, I'm having a problem with, I think it was like her tendinitis or something. And she was like, oh, I can help you. And, you know, that's how the conversation started. Now, I know we're not really out much right now, and we're still kind of quarantined, but I think we are, you know, some people are starting to get out, you know, getting out more, and, you know, socially distancing, and, you know, having lunch dates and things like that. So just keep your ears open. I think that's the thing. And once you hear, you know, something like that, where you can insert, you know, you can help with doTERRA and how you can help them. But this is really good to just jog your memory, whether it's family, or, you know, you have interest in certain things, or who sold you your bike, or, you know, a car, or, you know, your dry cleaners, or things like this. So go through this, and I bet you could find some contacts that you can sample. Like Annabelle said, our goal is for you to contact at least 5 to 10 people in the month, so you can sample them and then invite them to our Wednesday classes. I think that was all I was going to say. And I can post this, Annabelle.
Perfect. Thank you. And I wake up saying, all my hopes, wishes, and dreams are coming true. I find new leaders and enrollments every day. So I want you to make your affirmation. That's so messy, but I find new members to enroll every day. Put the sticky on your mirror. Say it every morning. I find new members to enroll every day. Whatever it is that resonates with you, say something along the lines of that. And just before I left for the beach, I ran into one of my old high school friends who happens to be a chiropractor now. I'm having a session with him this week. I plan on enrolling him and having him be a builder. So it just will just start happening. People just out of the woodworks is one of the things like we like to say. They're coming out of the woodworks. They're just coming out of everywhere, and we're enrolling. And I feel like we were very successful with trying to really focus Aaron, Tara, and I on the Diamond Club, and Tara did an amazing job. Aaron did an amazing job finding people. It was over 15 people sometimes every month. It was just bonkers, but we kept that momentum and kept the mindset of that positive piece and not letting anything stop us. And I think that's a big piece of this. You decide how big you want it to get. You decide, like Bernadette said to me the other day, your mindset, make it big, make it, all your dreams are coming true. Not I want this, but they are happening. This is what's going to happen for us. So that's your positive affirmation. You've got your goals. You've got a great place to be fired up right now and run with it. And I want you to, tonight at bedtime, do your affirmation that I talked about, put it on your bathroom mirror, and make your tree. And remember, you're making the tree endless. So pretend it's just going down, 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 down. And there's multiple levels because you're making a vision board just on a little scrap piece of paper of what you want your tree to look like. Okay, so does anyone have any questions or comments about any of that? Is everybody feeling excited about getting out there and fired up and going?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, so get out there. We'll type in the notes after Tara posts the goals, just as a reminder, memory jogger, affirmations make your tree, and get out there and go for it, because you guys are all amazing leaders, and you wouldn't be here if you weren't making a difference in people's lives and inspiring you yourself, your family, and others.
And I just want to make a comment that, we're helping save people, actually, helping them with their health or helping them with their money right now. That's what people are looking for. How can I improve my health? How can I improve my money? So we're right there.
Agreed. And thank you guys for being a part of this, because we couldn't do it without you. So we're super, super grateful for everybody. And we are truly love that we are a team, that we work as a team and we help build each other. And that's why we do these calls. So anything you have as a request for next month's call, we're hoping to put that out there, maybe some kind of Survey Monkey or something, but anything we can do to help you, we're here for you. So let us know.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies. Have a good night.
All
You
right.
guys too. Thanks.
Take care.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Turn off the recording, and I just want to say one more thing.
Oh.
She's ready.
Bye, Bernadette.
Hi.